Shalom, is Brother Yasha Mazakar from the Israelite Times Report, IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch, all praises are due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. I'm going to get into this story here from your boy, Alex Jones at InfoWars. It says, future is digital. EU chief calls for global IDs. Digital IDs. Global digital IDs. And United Nations control over artificial intelligence, says European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen called for an international digital ID framework, like the COVID passports, and a new global body to regulate artificial intelligence. Okay, so again, this is getting back into that that system that they're creating, the digital ID, which is going to be tied into the MOTB, right? It's going to be all of this is leading up to the mark of the beast. They're openly calling for this. This is just another stepping stone till we get to that implantable chip, while they destroy the dollar and put everybody on this digital currency system. Because the dollar's going to implode. The dollar's going to just, be gone. You're going to wake up one day and it's going to be over. It says, but back to the article, it says, speaking before the One Future session of the G20 summit in India on Sunday, the unelected bureaucrat declared the future will be digital and that more globalist institutions will be needed to regulate artificial intelligence and the global digital ID. And see, one of the things that Esau is doing right now, if you're paying attention, you'll catch it. One of the games that he's playing is he's doing this scare tactic where he's saying artificial intelligence has gone rogue, like it's out of control, like they're not able to control it or contain it. Now that's gonna again lead into this order out of chaos scenario. Okay, where they're gonna be like, well, we gotta do something. AI is gone rogue, it's gone mad. We gotta do something. There's only one way to verify that you are a human being, and that is to put a chip inside of you. Okay? See, it's a trick that they're playing. They build up this artificial intelligence and these AI robots, purposefully programmed them to say the things that they're saying and do the things that they're doing, and to make them look like they're going rogue and they're out of control. And the talking point is that they're thinking on their own, right? So now Esau, when I say Esau, I'm talking about the top elites, have got the talking heads, the political talking heads, and the economists and the tech people to say things like, "Oh no, artificial intelligence has gone mad, it's gone rogue, it's doing its own thing. We're not able to control it." So now, every once in a while, I'll catch a clip of one of them saying, we need to do something to ensure that human beings aren't being manipulated by AI, or that's not really what I'm trying to say. They're basically saying that these AI robots are so intelligent that they can pose as human beings, and you won't know the difference between a real person and an AI robot. So they're saying we need a solution. We need some sort of way to identify and verify that, if someone makes a purchase, that it's not an AI robot doing it, that it's an actual human being doing it. So this is going to lead to the MOTB. This is going to be one of those things that leads to the MOTB. So they, like, again, I might not be saying it. I'm hoping I'm saying it in a way that you can understand. They purposely program these AI robots to act a certain way and behave in a certain manner to make it look like it's gone rogue, like it's thinking on its own. See, that's the trick. It's not really thinking on its own. is programmed to act a certain way, so that people will say, "Oh man, we got to do something about this," and then they say, "Yeah, we got to do something. We need a solution," and their solution is going to be the microchip. Like if we put this microchip in you, we can verify that you're a human being. Otherwise, we don't know the difference. Okay, because the AI is now so intelligent. See, that's the talking point. Okay, so I hope that's clear and understood. Um, Back to the article though, it says today, this is a quote. It says, "Today I want to focus on AI and digital infrastructure, and as it has been described, AI has risk." See, they're talking about the risk. AI has risk, but also offers tremendous opportunities. Says the crucial question is how to harness a rapidly changing technology, she said. Says the former German defense minister also said the EU and its allies should develop a global framework for AI risk controlled by the United Nations. And you get it? You see how this is all coming under the one world government. I want to read that again. It says the former German defense minister also said the EU and its allies should develop a global framework for AI risk. See, this is that problem, reaction, solution, right? A global framework for AI risk controlled by the United Nations. Okay. It says, let me see. This is another quote here. It says, in the EU in 2020, we presented the first ever law on artificial intelligence. It says, we want to facilitate innovation while building trust, but we need more. What the world does now will shape our future. I believe that Europe and its partners should develop a new global framework for AI risk. It says, and here in another quote, we would need a similar body to the IPCC for climate, right? So they're going to leak climate change up in there. All of this is tying in together. And here we need additional outreach to the scientists, entrepreneurs, and innovators. They need to provide the knowledge on the risk. See, they keep using this word risk, right? The potential threat is that the problem, reaction, solution, right? They created the problem. But they need to provide knowledge on the risks posed by AI, as well as the potential benefits for humanity. The EU chief said. Okay, now she would go on to argue for the adoption of digital public infrastructures, citing the CV, the pandemic, the corona passport system. Okay, the EU imposed during the CV pandemic. Okay, so that pandemic was nothing but a trial run, right? It was nothing but a test run, a trial run to get certain want to say laws and orders in place. Okay. And so now, this is the thing that a lot of people aren't keeping in mind. It's just like the Patriots Act. Once the Patriots Act was written into law and it became, it was on file, it's on record, it's there now. People forgot about it. They did a little uproar. They got mad. They protested it for a little while, but then they forgot about it. And it's the same thing with these CV or you could say health mandates and the orders that were written during the pandemic. A lot of people forgot about it. These bills and these laws that were passed during the pandemic. A lot of people forgot about it. Those laws and those orders and those bills are still in play. They're still there. Just because they dropped the mandates, so to speak, the shot mandates and the mask mandates, those bills, those laws are still in place. Those executive orders that Trump signed off on, that Biden continued with, they're still in place. And people just don't, again, people have the attention span of a 5-year-old child, and that might be a little polite, to be honest with you. Really, they have the attention span of a 2-year-old. Okay. Let me see. It says, quote, this is another quote. Many of you are familiar with the CV-19 digital certificate. And see, people forgot about that, right? They forgot about the digital certificate. They forgot about having to take their proof of the vax, that they took the vax in certain cities like New York, I think LA, San Francisco, certain places, Chicago. They forgot about that. People forget. Okay. But here she's saying, look, we need to bring that back in a different way. Okay. It says the EU developed it for itself. The model was so functional and so trusted that 51 countries and 4 continents adopted it for free, she said. Okay, now keep in mind, she's talking about the CV-19 digital certificate. And she's bragging about how great it was and how wonderful it worked and how it flowed. Okay, I want to read that again so you get it, because I kind of interrupted it. Let me read it straight through. It says, this is a quote. It says, many of you are familiar with the CV-19 digital certificate. The EU developed it for itself. The model was so functional and so trusted that 51 countries and 4 continents adopted it for free. Okay. It says here in another quote, today the WHO, World Health Organization, uses it as a global standard to facilitate mobility in times of health threats. I want to thank Dr. Tedros again for the excellent cooperation, she added, referring to the World Health Organization chief. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that they gave over, Biden administration signed over sovereignty to the WHO, the World Health Organization, that they can call for a pandemic anytime they see need fit or need be. Okay? So a lot of people don't know this. This happened in May of, I want to say 2022. Like May of 2022. It was a treaty that they signed over to the World Health Organization, giving them powers to basically they can say that there's a pandemic anytime they feel like it. Okay? And that they'll be in complete control. I want to see if there's any more. Of course, they're going into Bill Gates and the digital ID system. It says Bill Gates is pushing this health certificate crap. It says Bill Gates last month unveiling a digital ID system he claims will serve as an effective tool against poverty. And see, that's another thing that they're planning on doing. They're planning on starving the people out and saying, look, we need a solution. And what is that? What's going to be that solution? These digital IDs, which is going to lead to the MOTB. Okay, the mark of the beast is coming. It says the state of California is also now introducing mobile driving licenses for its residents that the DMV claims is an easy, secure, and convenient companion identification to your physical card. In this article here, they literally call it the mark of the beast. Digital ID is coming and will be incrementally forced upon us unless we strongly push back politically. That's what InfoWars is claiming. But we know that this is prophecy and that, look, you can say you're going to push back on it all you want to. Prophecy is prophecy and prophecy must be fulfilled. You're not going to be able to politically push back against prophecy. These people, this devil was out of his goddamn mind. He's proud and arrogant. But you're not going to politically push back against prophecy. So with all of this talk about pushing back against this MOTB politically, because that's what these Edomite right-wingers these Edomite conservatives, they think that they're going to fight back against the system and they're gonna win. They're not going to win against prophecy. This is Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will." Okay, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is doing this. Okay, and to try to fight back against this politically, you're wasting your damn time. You're not going to stop prophecy. This MOTB is coming out. Okay, it's going to come out one way or another. How they bring it out, when they're going to bring it out, we don't know. But we know that it's here. It's not about it being developed. It's here. It's here already. Okay, but these Edomites think that they're righteous. They think that they can somehow disrupt prophecy. They think they're going to fight against the establishment. But it's the Lord's establishment. This is the Lord's work on the left-hand side. The heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. It's not in the hand of the people. They always hear them say, "We the people, we the people." You the people don't have no say-so in this. You the people have no say-so in prophecy. You're not going to disrupt prophecy. You're not going to, because these alternative talking heads, they love to say, if we can get out there and politically motivate the people to fight back, inspire the people to fight back, we can disrupt this evil global system. You're not going to stop the MOTB. You're not going to stop the mark of the beast. It's not going to happen. The word of the Lord does not go out void. It does not return to him void. Okay? He said what he meant what he said. Right quick, I want to get this, because people forget, man. They forget who's really in charge. They love to say Satan's, the Satanists, the globalists, the Satanists. But it's the Lord's work on the left-hand side. Isaiah 45:5, "I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know me," that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none besides me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay? And that's something that these Edomites didn't know. They're wise. They're wiser than Daniel. Okay? Their wisdom, and because Esau does a diligent search. Niggas don't search shit. Niggas are stupid. Niggas are stuck on stupid. Even the so-called educated Negroes, they're always in a trick bag. And that's because of the curses, When we get back into our right mind, and the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with our people again, there's not going to be anything greater, any people greater than us. But for the time being, Esau, he does a diligent search. But with all that wisdom and all that knowledge that he has, he still has yet to figure out that this is the Lord. Now, the top elites, they know. Okay, they understand what's going on, but they don't care. The scriptures say they will do a fight, roughly paraphrasing. They're going to fight anyway because the Lord put it in their heart to do that. But he says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." And that's the thing that they're not comprehending. They think that they're going to disrupt prophecy. Like you see these Christian patriot Edomites, these Christian conservative Edomites, and they'll say that this is the mark of the beast, but then they'll say they're going to rally and protest and fight against it, try to disrupt it. Look, you're not going to stop prophecy. You're just not. It's not going to happen. There's this thought in their mind that they're going to be able to disrupt prophecy and that they're going to rise again, make America great again, get Trump back in office and things will be set right. But they forget that Trump was the one. It was under his administration that the damn pandemic went down in the first place. These people are through. Let me get Ezekiel 35:1. It says, "Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it." And that's what we're doing. Okay, we're prophesying against this wicked kingdom, man. It says, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh, says, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Okay, so no, you're not going to make America great again. Okay, you're not going to rise up again like the phoenix. You know, that symbolism of the two-headed bird, the phoenix. You know, they're going to rise up from the ashes, you know, because that's the symbol. Like America's going to crash, but then it's going to rise back up again. No, it's not going to happen. It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Didn't he say that I create light? I form the light and darkness. I create peace and evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. See, and they forgot about that. You know, they forgot about what they've done. Oh, that was our forefathers. No, nigga, you are your forefathers. Okay? Just like we had to pay, you got to pay. It says, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore, as I live, said the Lord, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with slain men, with the slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolation. Okay, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. And that's the way the Lord set things up. He'll allow you to build up and build up and build up just so he can tear your shit down. That's how the Lord operates. The heart of the kings are in the hands of the Lord. He'll allow you to build up just so he can tear your shit down. He'll allow you to get pompous and arrogant just so he can tear your shit down. And who's more arrogant and proud than Esau? Okay. Soul that is in him is not upright. It's not upright in him, roughly paraphrasing. Right? It says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine and will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. 11th verse says, therefore, as I live, says the Lord, power, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And that's the point. Okay? That's the point. You see, the Lord is like, he's like, yo, go ahead, challenge me. You know, I'm going to prove that I am the ultimate power. Go ahead, challenge me. You know, you think you badass? Go ahead. Challenge me. You know, you said in your heart there is no God. Okay, go ahead. Build up. Go ahead and jump out the window, as they say. You know, jump out the window, stupid. Go ahead. And he'll let them get but so far, but then he'll snatch that shit away from them. He's done that to all of them. And he's going to do that here in this new Egypt, this new Babylon. Okay, this new Sodom and Gomorrah. This new Rome. He's going to tear their asses down, man. He's going to tear all this shit down. Okay? It says, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume, and that's what they've done. They think that, oh, the Lord, the Lord isn't with these people, which he wasn't. He turned his back on us, turned his face from us. But they don't understand that was just for a time and a season. And again, the elites know. The elites of Esau know. They know that they're Esau. A lot of these low-level Edomites don't know that. They think there's such thing as a white people and a black people. They bought into their own lies. It says, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them, right? Thus saith the Lord power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And it's just constant destruction. He just constantly keeps saying, I will make thee desolate. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord. Because why? Because he's going to make his name known in that day. He's going to make his power known in that day. All the kiki-keying and the ha-ha-ha and then laughing at the men of the Lord and mocking and scoffing and the shit talking and you niggas is bums and you niggas ain't on shit. Won't you niggas get something done with your life? That shit gonna end, man. When all hell breaks loose, man, people gonna know that there's a power. See, the Lord wants his name exalted and magnified. But Esau has magnified his own name. He's magnified the United States of America. God bless America. And then like I said, when I was in the Air Force, they used to say, no, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force, arrogant and proud. We go down in fame. How it says, we live in fame or go down in flames. Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Well, something's going to stop the U.S. Air Force. The chariots. And you can try to fight them all you want to, but you're going to get your ass whooped. And that's what's coming. That's what's coming very soon. Chariots of the Lord, man. Then of course you got your Project Bluebeam and they got these little fake situations going on where they pretend like they shot down a UFO, but you're not shooting down the real chariots of the Lord. Okay, you can. Esau is in a effed up situation. He's in a real effed up because he's gone too far. He can't go back, right? He can't go back. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. He can't go back. He's gone too far. He's done too much. He's had us in captivity for far too long. He's mistreated us, used us, abused us. And he's moved forward with his satanic Luciferian agenda for far too long. And the Lord has set his face against him. So he's in a bind where now he has no choice but to fight. And it's a losing fight. Before I move on, let me get Psalms 10:1. It says, and this is right quick. It says, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Okay? Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And that's what the Lord has done. He set up a booby trap. They're caught up in their own devices. Okay? That's how the Lord allowed them to get prideful and build up and build up and build up. And their sins have reached unto heaven. Okay? So understand that, yeah, you're going to see some terrible shit. You're going to see some scary shit. Okay, with all of this, Esau with his robot dogs, his robot AI technology and all these signs and wonders and these miracles that he's able to work on the left-hand side. But understand that he's going to fall by his own devices, That's how the Lord does. Remember this, the heart of the kings are in the hand of the Lord.